Let's practice some drawing, you feel me? I think I'm gonna draw some cats actually. Yeah, I think I'm gonna draw some cats, but the subject really don't matter. I really just want to practice construction based because I feel like I've been neglecting a lot of constructive based drawing. So that's what we're about to do right now in this video. So let's get right on into it. Let's go ahead and look for some new references. I don't know what type of cats I'm gonna draw, but let's just type in cats and see what we come up with. I'll just grab screenshots of cats and stuff that I like. Kind of like this. I like the way he's sitting. I'm gonna download this one. I'm not gonna get too many sitting poses. I want to sitting or walking in like a 3/4. That's what I'm thinking. And then like a head of a cat. This is not a cat, but I'm gonna save this for later. I think I have all the cats I want. Let's get an empty section of visref, and I have my references, and we can get started on the study. I think I want to start off with this first one. This first image of the cat, just because it's a nice side profile and I can start seeing placements of different stuff in. So I am gonna take a bit of time just to observe it before I actually put pen to paper. What I'm gonna use today is ballpoint pen and Lamy fountain pen. So for this cat, I do see this big rectangle here. Let's stick a 2D for now. Let's see where I go. So I see a rectangle. It's taking up basically the entire width of the body, and then the head kind of sticks out just a bit. And I could just simplify that into another rectangle, and it's kind of cut. And right now I'm just stick to rectangles just to make things simple, and then we could add geometrical form on top of that. And then this is another rectangle-ish. And I'm seeing that's about, if I use my pencil, take a quick guesstimation, it's almost the entire size, about 2/3 the size of the body. It's the size of the tail. Legs, comparing that to the tail. Let's say almost the size of the tail. This forward leg. For this, I don't want to start off super sketchy with it, so I'm gonna go bold and dark with the fountain pen first. Let's go ahead and rip the band-aid off. Since I'm left-handed, I'm gonna stay in this this top right area of my page. Smooth camera a bit. So now got some more visibility. I have been fighting with this pen just a little bit, mainly because I haven't been able to find the sweet spot, but I'm gonna try now. Right now I'm just adding some dots on where exactly I want to keep the bounds I want to keep the first drawing within. So let's break it down into the rectangles. Have a rectangle here, and about 2/3 have another rectangle here. Just gonna go with outside of my bounds a bit, fatten up that box there. I do think this size wise, I'm gonna shorten this. I say this is the bottom of my body, right? Seeing that the head is kind of aligned with the tail in a way, or the top of the head, or the ears. It's aligned with about almost the end of the tail. So I'm gonna take note of where the end of the tail is and try to keep that as my limits for where the head is. Then let's draw a rectangle that protrudes out in this particular angle. A test with 2 different rectangles. It's that first leg. Now that I have some idea on how to draw this side profile, and now I can actually start playing around with this this template that I've already gave myself. So now I'm gonna switch to ballpoint pen because now I can go a bit lighter. What I'm gonna do is do the same template and then make tweaks to the template where I start giving things a bit more three-dimensionality and connect things together. I'm gonna start a bit further over this time with the box. I'm gonna still stay super loose. I'm not trying to perfect anything, but I'm gonna stay light with this pen. So let's start with this box again. Let's add that tail in again too. It's about 2/3 of this box. So what I'm doing, I'm marking the size of the tail, comparing it to this, and then for some reason, if I kind of feel what I'm doing is like feeling if I was to turn this shape in space, if I was to go and turn, started from this point and turn it this way, and that's how I'd get the actual tail part. So let's say it ends up somewhere right here. So if this was to turn, if it was to make an arc, it'll land somewhere here. I actually don't like the angle that I'm doing that at, so I'm gonna redefine that here. All right, I like that better. It's not super stuck up. And then let's add that head. It's almost about the size of the tail. So I had that head here. It's going in this type of angle. And I think that's why I want to use a lot of the rectangles, because it's really defining the angles and the sharp turns in which things move. And all I'm really doing is recopying what I'm seeing up here, and then we're gonna make some adjustments to it and add more detail and so this was our base template that we were working with. Kind of want to tackle the head first. Add this curve here to show that it's attached to something. Then I'm going to make that cut and bring that forward here. It's like a side profile. Having a bit of trouble. I think I'm sticking too heavy to the construction. I need to edit this just a bit. Let's take a step back. Let's give the arms a bit more definition as well, so I can bring that forward a bit. I'm just adding some very loose cross contours on it, just to start getting a bit of three-dimensionality on it. I don't know, there's a bend. Cat has a slight bend at the bottom, and then that bend kind of comes upwards where it meets the head, something like that. Then I'm gonna make the head just a bit bigger. Ignore what I have already. Let's try this first ear. This looks more like a dog. Add another cross contour just to try to feel where exactly his head's sitting. Back this way. Okay, I think I'm starting to see it a bit now. I need to figure out where that eye is. Once I can get the eye, then I can kind of see that it's profile. So I'm just gonna indicate the eye about here. And it goes backwards this way. Yep, there it is. Since I have the eye, I can extend the head just a bit and work with what I have. Yep, boom. It just took a bit of playing with, but I think I have it now. And I have to sit the ear on the head because the ear is kind of floating there a bit. So I need to find how that ear is sitting on top of the head without actually ruining the way the head is. And I think that's decent so far. So that's the head. I think the next easiest part to do would be the tail. I know this tail has a curve, something like that, and it stops at the head about here, and the tail is basically attached to the back of the body. And then I want to add a bit of I'm gonna break up this rectangular shape here by just darkening it and ignoring what's already there. I'm gonna just round off the legs. They're, from the reference, they're not too defined for me, where I really can't see what's going on underneath. I kind of just guesstimated it. So for now, I'm just gonna round it off, and then we'll add I'll set the extra details on top of the stripes. Same here. Instead of it just being straights, I'm more so breaking up the straights and making them a bit more curved. I'm gonna worry about the back leg once I get this front leg in. So now, to try to cover up a bit of the construction that I have, I want to try to slap some of these textures that I see, mainly the stripes, and then a bit of the fur that's kind of drooping down at the bottom. I might just keep this nice little C curve. And now I'm gonna try to apply that over to our boy.